So one thing that becomes more and more important for me is what I call deep integrity. Deep integrity is not just doing what you say you're going to do. It's not just what we tend to typically think of as integrity, but deep integrity for me aligns everything inside me. So whether I'm working or not working, whether I'm in my business or I'm with Nico, my husband, or I'm with friends or anything else, the deep integrity makes everything, it always feels like it's one person who's doing all of those things. And I feel like all the way from the inside of me, from my deepest values to the things that I'm doing on the outside, there is this alignment. And these are words that are easy to say. And it's easy to generally have reasonably deep integrity. But what I find is the more I explore it, the more I want it. And what that does for me and where it really challenges me is in the places where we're called to compromise. Somebody said to me the other day, we just need to find a compromise so that we can kind of all just move along together. And it's very interesting because I said, I don't think this is about compromise. I don't really believe in that. I believe there's a way of doing things that isn't about compromising. It's actually by being more conscious, we look for the win-win-win, or we look for something that's really right for ourselves and is right for life. And that takes us into territory that's beyond compromise. But sometimes to find that, especially if everyone around you is compromising, then you need to go really deep into your values, into what's true, into what the situation needs, into what do other people need, but never abandoning yourself. And we're so used to abandoning ourselves when we make decisions, especially that affect other people. So that deep integrity also ties in, for example, with what Margie said here about offering my wisdom without apology. And somebody said before about being confident to share from the heart. When you feel that deep integrity, you never feel you need to hide things. There's a, how do I say it? It's like there's a straight line from the inside to the outside of you, all the way to your communication. And look, I think this is challenging stuff. I don't succeed in doing this all the time, but I do succeed in doing it some of the time. And it gives me more and more, like, I just want more. It's so fulfilling and satisfying to have that experience, and it brings you peace. It gives you that confidence. It means that you feel like you're living a fuller life because you are living a fuller life. You are able to show up and support in the unknown, all these things. You are able to show your vulnerability because you know who you are. And it's not really vulnerable. It's just you're sharing you. This is who you are, and you don't need to pretend to be somebody else. So all these things that you've written here, staying engaged without feeling overwhelmed, you're able to do that when you find that deep integrity. It's very, very difficult to do it when everything's floating and you're not tapped into that. So I think that's a very important thing.